everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's Newton's Panthers going up against Carr's Raiders. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Bay Area as we welcome you to Oakland, California. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Carolina Panthers and the Oakland Raiders. The big left foot of Sebastian Janikowski ready to get us started. And off we go from Oakland. That'll be taken in the end zone. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee. And that's at the 25. Now a play fake here on first down. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45.
Look, I have to take a second here and talk about Greg Olsen, the tight end for the Carolina Panthers. Third straight year over 1,000 yards in receptions. And guess what? That's the first time that's ever happened in NFL history. 3 straight years by a tight end.
That's really something. Now 31 years of age. They're going to need him next year to turn it around because a very disappointing season.
Not the season anyone expected, least of all the Carolina Panthers, but he's a building block that they can go ahead and get back to form starting in 2017.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and it's second down. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by David Amerson. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
We ready? Wide 88! Wide 88!
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And his first look is incomplete. The big tight end, Clive Walford, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner. And usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down.
All right, here we go. Red 18.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Latavius Murray, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And it'll bring up third down.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is in running back drop.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
All right, here we go.
Here we go on 4th down with Carr. Incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. And the Panthers coming out now. Now a first carry for Jonathan Stewart. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Here's Newton now on second down. takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They were looking to get it to Kelvin Benjamin there, and it's third down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion.
A dime look defensively for the Raiders on third down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there. Here's Whitaker, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. They snap it to Newton. Steps away to his left. It's feel good. But when you know you've got a coordinator, I think, here, they bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
All right, here we go. Red 18.
Carr to throw on second down. It's caught by Clive Walford. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Griffin. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game. Kelvin Benjamin bounced back from an ACL injury in 2015 to really good health in 2016 and had a 100-plus yard game early in the season, so it looked like he was all the way back. But Brandon, the rest of the year, never broke 100 yards again.
That is hard to believe. He had a stretch late in the season. He went 18 yards, 11 yards, 20 yards. That's just not what you expect from him and the Panthers.
Not at all. I don't think it's all his fault, but they're going to be looking for another breakout season from him next year.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Jonathan Stewart, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it's capped off by a Jonathan Stewart run. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So out come the Raiders. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
All right, here we go. Wide at the 8. Wide at the 8.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. It's a pickup of 21. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
There we go. Nice play, baby. We ready? Wide at the 8. Wide at the 8. Come on, baby. Get excited. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr, escaping the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down.
All right, here we go. Red 18. Red.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Red 18. Nice play, baby. Nice play.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and run with Murray. Latavius Murray unable to lower those shoulders and get the first. And the Panthers will get the football back. Well, down 2 touchdowns already. I guess they felt they needed to go for it, but still early, still first half.
I think conventional wisdom says, look, as you point out, you got a whole half to play. Hang in there. Don't give up any more points in this situation. Do a little adjusting at the half and come out ready to go. But sometimes those coaches can just sense their team. Maybe they're a little flat or they need a little extra inspiration, and he decided to go for it.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Newton turns and hands to Stewart. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Give him 6 on the run. It'll be 3rd down now with still a long way to go to get to the first down marker. And the numbers down a bit from their Super Bowl year this season for Jonathan Stewart. Did have some injuries. He finished with 824 yards. 9 touchdowns, though. Good in that department.
When it's around the goal line, he's a terrific runner because he knows how to get there and he can run through contact, run through trash, as we like to say. That's part of the reason he accumulates the injuries that he does.
And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by David Anderson. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
And that's not the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went 4 on 4, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it. Not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
He
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
We ready? Red 18. Red 18.
Play clock winding down. Throwing now is Carr. Connects it to Roberts, right side. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage. Even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
One receiver to the left is Cooper.
We ready?
They go play action for Murray. Now Carr. Throw left side to the tight end Walford. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. So completion on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Here's Carr to throw, and that's complete to Walford. A gain of 4 on the play, and on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Roberts got him, and taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Back to the ground game. Here's Murray. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. They go with Murray again. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Latavius Murray, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders are back within a score. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, keeps good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
And that one makes it 14-7.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. And this will be a touchback. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. Stewart is the lone setback. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Newton now to throw. And caught left side, Olsen. A good pickup there, a 22. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Larry Ridley in Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Now Stewart on first down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster. It all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Stewart is the lone setback. Newton to throw. Rolling to his right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Newton gives off to Stewart. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. He's going to air one out, and he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
When offenses dial up big shots downfield, they're not always for the guys out wide. Sometimes they want to go to their big target, deep downfield, and the defense breathes a sigh of relief. 50-50 balls, not easy to get away from the big targets. And on 3rd and 15, we see the dime look, 6 DBs on the field.
Playing pass all the way. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. On 4th down, the Panthers hand things over to the veteran Andy Lee to punt it away. And how about this, a fake? Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. He was trying to get it to Seth Roberts. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
2nd down now after the incompletion. They go play action for Murray. Now Carr. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the 1st down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You played through the receivers, and on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Carr. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And Janikowski bangs it through. So we come upon halftime. Intermission here with a bit. Okay, well, so much for the halftime report here. Guy can't even finish his Snickers. We're going to get right to the 3rd quarter. Let me spit this out. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. And now a gutsy call there. Yates at the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They're already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaq Thompson coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7. Well, there was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
They'll come up with split backs in the backfield. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on 3rd down after that sack.
We ready? Red 18. Red 18. Check. 59.
From the gun, it's Carr. Over the middle, Cooper with it. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. They'll go for it. It's Carr. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Panthers will get the football back. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Raiders pick it up.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust.
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take a blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
Carr. Here's Wolford over the middle. And he is down deep into Carolina territory. A big play that time for the Raiders. 45 yards. And quickly they get to the line. Into the red zone. It's Carr. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. Shotgun now for Carr. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
6 yards still to go here on 2nd and goal. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Carr now on 3rd and goal. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Amari Cooper, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Boy, what a job there. 4th down that far away from the end zone just to get it in, get that done.
An unlikely result, but it occurred nonetheless. But a terrific play. Great way to finish and in the end zone.
And the defense has to be scratching their heads, right?
That's usually to their advantage. In that situation, they should be able to make a play on the ball. But instead, it turned out to be a touchdown, and maybe I go figure it out on their sideline.
So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends with an Oakland touchdown. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And marching back out there now, the Raiders defense gets ready. And they forced that fumble the last time, and when it happens on a previous drive, you kind of get thirsty for it to happen again.
No doubt about it, because the person who created the turnover or the takeaway, he's getting the gold star. He's going to be the one we look at in film session and go, way to go. Everybody wants that praise from the coach. That means the next time out, you want it to be you.
Do they still hand out gold stars?
You know, amazingly enough, it's the simple things in life that motivate these guys.
A sticker, just a little gold sticker.
A little helmet sticker in college.
Yeah, put it on your fridge.
NFL, put a little gold sticker on their scouting sheet. Things like that. They love that stuff.
Makes them feel good. Newton to his fullback, Tolbert. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A good solid game there on 1st down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger. On 2nd down, here's Newton. He's going to get this one out to his fullback.
No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Mario Edwards with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
They are going to go for it. It's Newton. And it is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on fourth down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. And now Oakland ready to take the field. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe nowhere to escape, and he goes down. K1 Short in there to get him again. The third time he sacked him here tonight.
We ready? 5 and 8. 5 and 8.
Carr to throw on second down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion. And the Panthers bring in their nickel set as they try to defend here on third down.
5 defensive backs. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. It's the safety, Kurt Coleman, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
Now onto the field, here come the Panthers. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a fourth quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go-around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of...
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward is just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Carolina getting set to take the field. Now following the interception, here's Newton. And to the tight end Olsen, right side. Touchdown, Carolina. Greg Olsen, 40 yards. And the Panthers have got it back to a 1-score game. Quarterback loves the receivers, but sometimes his best friend is that tight end.
Yeah, it's hard to believe, isn't it? Because we always talk about the guys out wide and how acrobatic they are. But that tight end, great sight lines, easier throws, they become a bigger and bigger weapon as the NFL evolves.
They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Panthers defense gearing up as they take the field. And the interception the last time, their third takeaway of the game, Charles.
They're just flocking to the football so well. And not only are they doing that, they're making big-time plays and taking it away from them. Big hits, big plays. They're looking very good in this ball game.
You said flocking, flying to the football. Coaches always use that, don't they?
They really do. It's almost, it goes back to the old, when they click off the frame at the end of a play, they want to see all 11 defensive guys in that picture.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. CD, wanted to get your thoughts just on the landscape of the offseason for each of these teams. Super Bowl in the rearview mirror, but so much going on. People look at the draft a lot, but there's a lot more that goes into the offseason for these front offices, is there not?
It certainly is, and then even before we get to the draft, you start with the combine. You know, that's held in Indianapolis every year, and you have about 350 of the top prospects coming together to get their physicals and interviews and on-field performance, and all that will get evaluated along with their game tape. And then you've got the free agents, all right? That starts, I believe, in early March, where now the free agents can start moving around to different teams, so your team's starting to take a little bit of shape there, free agency, because then the draft's coming up. You're trying to put your team together with new draft picks, have everyone start to move in one direction, and then you have the OTAs and minicamps. You get to see them on the field for the first time, and we start to get a better idea of how these teams are going to look when the fall begins.
Charles Johnson in there to drop him the 7th time tonight. He's gone down.
Here we go. Red 18. Red 18. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Zebra. Zebra.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. This one caught left side by Cooper. That goes for a gain of 31. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. And now they're in the hurry-up. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Brought in by Walford, right side. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Back now in the East Bay. It's been a good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. One receiver to the left is Cooper. On 2nd down, here's Carr. Throw left side to the tight end Walford. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Clive Walford, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Carr will look to throw. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. So they try to make it a 2-score game with a conversion. It pays off.
And they've looked at the situation, figured it out well. A 2-score game in this situation, they've got to feel much better about where they are.
Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard. And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Caught on the left side by Ginn. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On second down, they run with Stewart. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
And Ginn's got it. And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. Completed pass. But the O-line, they're a little thankful because their quarterback got hit hard.
You ever notice, Brandon, that after the quarterback takes a big hit, the first guy to him is the offensive lineman that allowed it? Sometimes you throw that lookout block, and then you breathe a sigh of relief that your quarterback's okay.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. A great read, and it's picked off.
Well, you're trailing. It's the 4th quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And it's a second down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Carr to throw on second down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. On first down, Carr. He's got time. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for Oakland. 57 yards. And they're going to speed things up here. On first down, Murray. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now Carr throwing on second down. Buying time to his left. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. First and goal. Defense with their backs against the wall. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Throwing now is Carr. Into the end zone. Oakland Raiders, touchdown. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he's... And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. All right, so the timeout over, and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Janikowski now for the point after. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you,
What was
maybe
that?
they saw something on film, but do you see something on film when those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going, Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. So we've got a 2nd and 5. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw on second down is Newton. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. And the tight end Dixon left side. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Okay, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. On first down, it's Newton. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Second down following the incompletion. Stewart is the lone setback. Back to the air, Newton on second down. It's complete to Brown, right side. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. Carr going to throw here. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Latavius Murray. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Janikowski on for the extra point. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. So they cannot get into the end zone to add the extra pair of points. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now Newton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. That'll bring up second down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
4 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a third down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 1st and 10, Newton. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the former first-round pick, DJ Hayden.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel down form.
It's caught inside the 25. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Carr going to look to throw. That is caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Michael Crabtree, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. And some real confusion here. They won't even get to the line.
Delay of game, offense.
Yeah, a slightly more difficult attempt here from the 20. Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. They've got this big lead. They said, forget 1. We want 2. Instead, they got 0.
Unbelievable they didn't even attempt it from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy. I tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this. Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to clown them a little bit.
Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Black Hole celebrates. The Raiders are winners here as we say so long from Oakland.